Ladies and gentlemen of Sidewalk Talk, we thought it was going to drop last year. We thought it was going to drop in the spring. I'm of course talking about RL Grime Nova. We've listened to all of the IDs live. We've listened to all the singles each and every week in our homes. But finally, after a long anticipated wait, we have 15 tracks, 55 minutes of brand new RL Grime music to digest. As always, any more time, the first song of the album is Feel Free, RL Grime Nova, first reaction. Let's go. Oh, it's like a sonic wave of just trap. So it's clear from the intro track, RL Grime has not lost any of his excellence when it comes to just making a trap banger. Out of all the trap intros to the album so far this year, I'm thinking of Alice in Wonderland, I'm thinking of What's So Not. This one I think struck that balance of having a really cool iconic drop and then also having those really pretty elements as well. Overall, great start to the album. Next up is Shrine featuring Freya Ridings. Ooh, it's got that Dua Lipa, really gospel-y kind of voice. I really like the hi-hats in this part of the interlude because it really just keeps the energy up, doesn't let you really rest. Same thing with the first song, it's just been non-stop for both songs. Dude, I'm just like on Rainbow Road right now, just skirting. The thing I like a lot about Shrine is it has enough interesting elements for someone that listens to a lot of EDM to say like, oh, that's out of the ordinary. But at the same time, it's not too weird where I couldn't play this for my friends that aren't into EDM and have them not enjoy it. So I think this is a great medium, really, really dope song. Next up is Let Me Up featuring Miguel and Julia Michaels. I've already listened to the song, but we'll just comb over it real quick. Overall, I just think it's a little bit too generic of a pop track. Nothing really pops out to me as far as the production goes. There's nothing just too outstanding to me about it, especially in comparison to Shine, which I just think is a better vocal performance and instrumentation. Next up is Undo featuring Jeremih and Tory Lanez. Oh. The rapping flowed so naturally to the drop. This is very good so far. One thing I noticed that's really cool about all these songs, especially this song with Jeremih and Tory Lanez, is it definitely has a place in an RL Grime set, in a festival situation, but then also all these songs work in maybe some other sphere or genre. So for this example, I think a lot of people that are into hip-hop definitely get along with the song as well. So I think that's something to be said about all the songs so far. Next up, Take It Away featuring Dolla and TK Kravitz.
We just standing in the city, finna sell shot. Water dripping up the body, we just let it. Take it away, let it go. Let it go, take that money, take it slow. Take it away, let me smoke on something strong, get in my zone. Take it away.
This song to me is definitely the more generic, like party record, something you kind of put on to at like a college party. To me, this is probably the most dated song on the album so far, just because it sounds sort of like a more generic, just turn up trap anthem. Next up is OMG featuring Joji and Chief Keef. You really have to get into the Chief Keef performance for the song. Sorry for my reaction, that was a little bit stale. I like Chief Keef's performance a lot. He sounded really clean and put together. Other than that though, I'm maybe just gonna have to listen to this when like I'm outside, maybe something at night, and I'm actually like turning up or something, because it was definitely just your more standard hip hop track, and then Joji kind of giving a hook performance, something similar to like Post Malone is doing nowadays. I don't think it's just all connecting, to be honest, and is a little bit more underwhelming than some of the other songs. Next up is Shoulda.
Ooh, shit.
That was a really pretty housey garage track. One thing though is it's a little bit of a big contrast from OMG. I don't see where the continuation of the album is necessarily going, but maybe this is like the turning point of an album to something a little bit more different. I'm gonna have to keep going to find out. Next up is Rhymes. Yep. Well, I like that song a lot. That's sort of the thing where it's definitely not going to be the most popular song on the album. Not a whole lot of people are going to know what it is, but when it's dropped live and everyone goes crazy, there's going to be a lot of people shazamming that one for sure. Next up is Pressure, the other song that I've already listened to, but we'll just give a quick rundown. If I didn't know that song already existed, I would probably want a song with a different tempo around now at this point of the album. So perfect where it is. Dope, dope banger. Next up is Era. It's the most delicious trap. Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, dude. Ah! As far as like turned up banger that I want to see live, that's definitely it. Just that horn action that we know to love from trap music, but executed really, really well. Next up is Run For Your Life Interlude. Yes! RL, get in your house bag. Get some house out there. I know you can do it. I know you've been cooking up something. So, cute little interlude track. Not gonna say you should skip it, but it's just kind of a one and done listen, to be honest. Next up is I Wanna Know featuring Daya. Okay. It's clean. Good for Daya. Again, that's another one of those songs where I think it has a great pop appeal, but then also love to see that at a festival. Definitely the confetti song, definitely the anthem finale of the whole mix, but still really dope. Next up is UCLA featuring 24 Hours. Good for her. Ooh, this is scary generic future bass song. Definitely it's going to serve its purpose. I think college people in California are definitely going to get along with this song. And then also, maybe the song came out a couple of years ago, or even just like last year, it'd be more interesting. But these sort of future bass songs, really overdone. For example, you can listen to Said the Skies album that came out last week, and almost every song is going to be similar to this. So definitely a low point of the album for me. Next up is Rainer. 2 songs left, let's see how they go. Let's finish this strong, baby, let's go. Ooh, that's hot. Vibes, trance vibes, flume vibes, low key, but like in a cool way. I think of Nova, this song sort of plays in that theme. It just sounds like a rocket ship just blasting off into space. Probably gonna be my favorite sleeper of the album. Really, really cool. Next song is Atomst featuring Jeremih Zucker. Hey. Just Jeremih Zucker right now, just singing his ass off like Jeremih Zucker does. I don't know if it really wraps up any themes or anything like that. It's just outro song. I don't really get anything out of that last song except for the fact that Jeremih Zucker is just a great up-and-comer vocalist. So, as a whole, I think this album has a lot of great songs. I think, overall, you can't argue against the music. In comparison to Void, I think, song for song, this just has just as many good songs as Void does. However, I'm still a little unclear of the cohesion of all these songs. I think Void, was sort of that forefront of RL Grime as a pioneer of trap sound and his sort of whole instrumentation. Nova, however, is a bit more all over the place, at least as what sort of Nova is and represents. So I think if you're a fan of Void, you're definitely going to find yourself liking quite a few songs from Nova. Might actually be one of your favorite albums of the year if you're really into RL Grime. Definitely going to be adding quite a few songs from this album to a bunch of different playlists. Going to be listening to it all week. However, at this point, I do just kind of see it as a really good sequel to Void, less of its own individual era and piece. So those are my initial thoughts on the album. What do you guys think about it? Let me know below. This has been the first reaction to Nova by RL Grime. I'll see you guys next time.